Good morning, good afternoon, good evening from wherever you are in the world. I am Brendan Farrell. This is the Red Horde, and for all the Yanks, for all the Americans, you are up early. Congratulations, you are diehard Wrexham fans. I'm officially anointing you. I know I'm not allowed to, but yeah. Especially we have a bunch of West Coasters on right now. 4 in the morning. At least, right? No, 5. Is it earlier than that? 3:44 in the morning. Very nice. Usually only get the Aussies coming in at that late, that early in the morning. Just to put up. Oh, yeah. Mad Al's talking about, in the chat, he's talking about the official for today's game, who Sean loves to always talk about officials, and the official for today's game is not a friend of Birmingham, apparently. So hopefully that will bode well for us. Birmingham's thinking they are in trouble because of this ref being in the game. Sean did get the thumb out. I sent something out just before I went to bed late last night, which was only a handful of hours ago. And he, sometime after that, put it out. And then I think he probably tried to stay up and just conked right out. So I doubt we will see him today. But glad to see everyone in the chat up and early. There's Lee, RKO's, Dave Foster's in yet. Yeah, sure, Dave. RKO's been in. We've been chatting. Matt Al. Who else? Steve Barton was in early too. Obviously, he's not too early, but 6 in the morning is early enough. Jack came in super early to say hi. Don't know if he's in at the moment. Welcome, everyone. We need this one. We got to make it happen today. No more excuses. Stadium shots that they post of Birmingham today. We've been there before, so we shouldn't be too awestruck, right? We just got to go in and do what we need to do there. Oh, there's an amendment to the team sheet. Keeler Dunn in for Bailey. Interesting. Why don't we go to the lineup? RKO's calling for it, so let's do it. All right, lineup today. If you saw, Parky put out that he felt that what's his name in the back line needed a break today, so he put in Scar. And he said Scar's been ready to go, and that there was no injury report or anything like that. They just high him. They wanted to give him a day off. They said he's been going nonstop, so Scar is in. Swirly, nice to see you. So Okonkwo and net, Max, Scar, Doyle, Kabore, Dobson, Matty James in the starting lineup. Yes, Thomason, Rathbone, O'Brien, and Moore. I am not sure about Rathbone O'Brien paired up with Moore, but the last couple of Windass Broadhead Moores have not panned out for us yet. So maybe this is a switch up. Maybe he's trying to find something that will hit. Again, for me, I like the Rathbone, O'Brien, Smith up front. I think that chaotic movement and pace ends up bearing more fruit. This will be interesting, but we'll see. At least we got most of the hustle crew in there, and Matty James back at defensive mid, which is key, I think. So on the bench, Ward, Hyam, Brunt, Longman, Barnett, Windass, Broadhead, and Mad Al saying that Bailey is out and Keeler Dunn is in, and then Smith in the last spot. Nice. Yeah, well, Hyam used to, Mad Al pointing out that Matty James, the one with the captain's armband, obviously because Hyam's been wearing that, so it has to be on somebody that starts. So they pass it over to Matty James. So hopefully he's inspired today to have a hell of a game. Make a great pass, a lead pass out ahead. Yeah. With more there, you're looking for and Thomason and Kabore to be crossing stuff in. Dez, good to see you. Dez is doing his best. Not that most of you care, but Sean tried to get us all to go into a Red Horde fantasy league where you pick all the championship games throughout the year. And I got crushed the first week. I don't know if I picked anything right. And Sean got on talking all sorts of trash. Everyone was laughing at me. And then a handful of weeks later, I was in a lead, and I was just building to about halfway in the season, and it looked like the whole thing was over. But Dez and one of the Daves and a couple others have been trying to catch me, and they've been slowly creeping up on my lead. And yeah, there's only a few games left, thank goodness, because I've been losing just about every week, but they can't catch me. I've been out to such a lead in points for them. Looking at 8 minutes before the start of the game here. I do want to go to Andy's great graphic. If you give me a moment here, guys. So on Andy's graphic, we get to see our run-in. We're looking at Birmingham today, obviously the Saturday the 11th. That's away. We have nothing this Tuesday. Then Stoke at home and Oxford away. Oxford is playing for something. Typically you'd say, Oxford, we got that one. They are on the cusp of, they're in relegation at the moment, but they could climb out of it, especially with a couple of wins. So they will be playing hard, unfortunately. Although you'd typically say that should be a win, that's going to be a team fighting for its life to stay up in the championship. But Birmingham, Stoke, Oxford, these are the games we have to win. We need these 6 points. After that, you've got Coventry, which Coventry away, obviously a tough game. They have nothing to play for at that point. They already have locked up the whole season, the number one spot. So maybe we won't be getting their best game, but I don't think they want to just let Wrexham come in and abuse them, right? Dave, nice to see you, sir. Staying up super late or waking up super early. Jed back in the chat. So obviously that's hard. And we're looking at Hull creeping back towards us, right? They lost yesterday, which means a win today gets us within a point of them. Then they have Birmingham at home. Leicester, who's also fighting to stay out of the relegation and stay up. So that's going to be a tough game for them. Charlton has nothing to play for. And then Norwich, who at that point, they shouldn't even have the slightest glimmer of hope for making it into the playoffs. So don't know how hard they'll be playing in that last game, but I can tell you that they've been playing really good in the last third of this season, and hopefully they'll be bringing that, that quality into the game. So Hull is going to have to not get wins, or a lot of them, and we're going to have to track them down. Not going to be easy. Possible, not easy. 5 minutes to go. Let me just get the game up on my other screen. Apologies, I usually get to do a lot of these things in the background while Sean is talking. I am going to go to, let me see here. Already did the lineup. What else we got? We can look at the table, I guess. Looking at the table, we have 64 points. So obviously today's win gets us up to, if we were to win today, 3 points gets us to 67. And then Stoke in Oxford could get us to 73. Sean and I talked that we think 75 is it. That would mean at least draws against Coventry and Middlesbrough, who've been struggling. So that seems possible. So not out of the realm of possibility, but that's essentially, no more losses at that point. I guess we could mix one loss in here somewhere and then have to beat either Coventry or Middlesbrough, along with beating Birmingham, Stoke, in Oxford. So it's a lot. Spets, nice to see you. Sorry, what's Dave saying? Yeah, hopefully they're relaxed. They're settled definitely somewhere in the playoff hunt without any shot at the automatics. And then maybe they're not giving us their best team. So that would be nice when we play Middlesbrough. Well, you think they made up their mind to not go for promotion this year? RKO, are you saying that was Birmingham's decision or that was Wrexham's decision? Or Birmingham, okay. I was like, I'm pretty sure Wrexham kind of went for it. I mean, they didn't go bananas, but they kind of went for it. And I think that's a cop-out by Birmingham. They've spent so much money earlier in the season. It just didn't work out. They had no easy way out of fixing it, I think. Yeah, Middlesbrough has been struggling. Yes, so now you see it. We're in 7th. We're looking at that 6th spot. Southampton's just playing too well. They're on their way up. And Middlesbrough's rushing towards us, and Hull is just kind of petering in the middle there. So we just got to win. We got to go get it. Hull doesn't look like they want to give it to us. So it's going to need to be all wins. Just about. They're all shaking hands. Let me see what I got here. Switch to that in case the game starts quickly on me. Any other picks or anything that I should do? Back on X, see if there's anything going on. John Olson, nice to see you. There's Jason. Jason, what are you doing up? You and Dave can moan in the background as you try to keep yourselves awake. I can go over a few pictures while I'm waiting. Scar with an interesting mark on above his eye. Sorry for the cough. Looks like the Wrexham fans are filling Birmingham with their allocation, at least by the picture I'm seeing. Hopefully they're boisterous, help inspire the boys. It's Oh God O'Clock. Nice. Sorry, I'm kind of excited. I'm feeling like this is an opportunity. Backs against the wall for the last few years. This is when Wrexham stepped up. I think RKO said it. Can't. I mean, you could sustain a lot. If you sustained a loss here today, essentially you'd have to win out every game, unless Hull and everyone around us just absolutely, lose every game essentially. So a draw would not be good. Dave, thank you. 4 a.m. alarm. I don't think there's anything waking up Sean. So yes, you could have mathematically handle a draw, but that would put us essentially still in a must essentially win every game and a draw. You want to keep that potential to lose a game as long as you can. And Brum's not one of the ones that we should give that to. And we're underway. Denise, super early. Here's Wrexham on the front foot. No call early on as the Muffin Man goes down, as Sean puts it. Nice spring ahead here for Birmingham. Great lead pass. Try to bring it across. They're not able to get anything accomplished. Nice boot ahead by Thomason. I wouldn't know. Oh, they called it? It's interesting. Oh, I guess he never hit the ball. All he did was clear out the guy. I thought he was going for ball. I wasn't all that upset at that one. Stuart, haven't seen you before. Welcome, welcome. Yeah. Camera work's interesting today. I guess we're getting the Sky Sports, all the camera angles, so they're zooming in on Stansfield there. Hard to see what's going on. Ball goes to the midfield. It's being headed around at the moment. Rathbone hustling his ass off. Gets the ball for Kabore. Dobson bangs it ahead, tries to put it out there for Moore, who's not faster than Birmingham's defense, so that doesn't go anywhere. Ball's in the middle. Dobson gets a hold of it. It's getting knocked around. John Lane, welcome, welcome. Birmingham has the ball in Wrexham's end. Max comes up, boots it downfield to nobody. I'm going to continue to delude myself that playoffs are a possibility, John Lane. Decent cross there, but it floated, made the header difficult for Birmingham, so they just popped it in the air to Arthur, so no problems at all. That I can hear Sean. I can hear the ghost of Sean in the background, folks. I know you're all not believing it. Is this the spark that Wrexham needs? It may not be, but that's the spark Wrexham's going to get. Let me try to get Sean in here. Are you ready, Sean? Oh, Birmingham. You ready? All right, I'm going to bring the man in. The man, the myth, the legend.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. It's a glorious day to wake up at 4 o'clock in the morning and listen to We Know What We Are, We Know What You Are, you sheep-shagging bastards, we know what you are. We know what we are. See, I can't even get it right. But it's glorious, anyways, to hear that. Brendan, how the hell are you?
Good. John Lane doesn't want me to be positive, and he wants me to accept that we're not making playoffs, but I have not accepted it yet.
Well, it's not like you're the rosiest person in the world anyway. You're happy. I love it.
I know, but if I'm not accepting it, then John Lane should. I mean, come on. I'm Mr. Negative.
I don't want to get my hopes up just because I don't want my heart to be ripped out multiple times over here in the next couple of weeks, but the club seems to do it. But look, if you ever wanted to make a documentary, today's or yesterday's results were the best ways to get us there. I mean, Middlesbrough is on the fall epically. 3 points in their last, 5? No wins in forever. And we have them on the last day. Hull losing. There's a chance. You win, you're back in. You lose, you draw, you're probably still on the outside wondering what the frick. So win the damn thing, right? And did I lose you?
No. I'm just watching the game. Dobson actually made what I think is a good pass, and Moore just didn't move for it. So
what are we doing? What the fuck? So I'm at 5 minutes and 15 seconds. So Gonko just ended up back pass. He's got it loose. It's ball's right in front. Birmingham's all over it.
What's Doyle doing? You look. I have a strict don't pass it to a Gonko policy.
Didn't get the memo. I still have things I need to open up. It's been a hectic morning.
To be fair,
I came in with that energy.
Yeah, he's probably locked up the worst keeper with the ball at his feet, and least capable to catch the ball.
At least in the championship. I'm not sure about the entire EFL, but
but unfortunately, the fact that you have to sit there and maybe that's not good.
I'll tell you that that last match that we shall not name the team or the sure did light up the comments. Well, I mean, I got a whole 6, but usually I don't get the opposing side in as frequently as I did. It was nice to see sort of a return to the good old days as Stansfield with an opportunity there. It's this first half crap again. Is that what, right? Offside anyway. Was it this first half crap that we got to get over? It's tiring.
Well, you are a few seconds ahead of me. I'm going to have to move my clock up for you.
6 minutes and 40 seconds as of right now. Like buttons down below. I'm sure we're going to get West Coast stragglers eking their way in. Just get 3 points, lads. Algonquin. And I haven't even looked at the rosters yet, so I am going almost completely blind here.
Hyam is on the bench. Thomas. They wanted to give him a break, so and so's Windass and Broadhead. They started more though, not Smith with.
Yeah, and our Five-Mob doesn't know what the heck's going on because I'm sitting there looking at the names. The back three in Algonquin look. Wait, is that? Yeah, so Scar's back there.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay. Bold move with the season hanging on the balance, but hey. Is that how long's it been since Scar's been out there?
Well, they said Hyam's pretty much been the guy since he's been here every game, so
yeah, it just seems I'm not against it. We'll see the result, but like the season hangs in the balance. If you drop points here, you're not coming back. There's no more room with 4 games left to come back. And we got Cabore down. A collision. Wagner. Oh, that's a groin shot. I'm assuming. I haven't seen it. I'm just going from the reaction. Oh, boot to the groin. Rather awkwardly, they say. Well, if junk taps and Wrexham lore have ever been a thing to fire somebody up, that means Cabore is due for, well, what is that worth? 5 goals?
Yeah, I mean, you most likely had 17,000 people there just groan.
Yeah.
Ooh.
And millions more around the world. 894.
Yep. Dave's right.
Yes,
I got to do the luck. Thank you, Dave, for
his last minutes were February 28th, and his last start January 24th at home. Was that at home? It doesn't matter. Away to QPR for Mr. Scar. Gonko going to get us underway here.
He's doing that thing. You know where you really get hit because you keep reaching down there because it's aching, but there's nothing you can do with your hand down there. Does not make anything feel better. You just keep going. Are they okay? Are they okay? No.
Everything is still there. Cope. Oh, it's that first half crap at Wagner, left-hand side. Up, scooped over into the box, knocked down. Peshka gets it back, scooped up. LOB intercepting, trying to head over top to get it to Murray. Gets wiped out in the back. And you know you're in trouble, Mr. Newman, when you get the finger wag going right off contact. Don't call that. No, come on, dude. You just mowed him right through the back. Cabore chasing down Wagner. Kicked him in the head. Oopsies. One good shot to the head deserves another. I'm a little nervous about this one. Foot to the boot.
Yeah, didn't hit him with the boot. He hit him with the shin, and the guy's
with the ankle or the shin.
Yeah.
Well, that's what you get. Now we're even. Now we go back after it.
Yeah, I would have taken the shot to the head.
Yeah, between the two of them. Yep.
Kick me in the face. I'm already not pretty. Go ahead.
Is that the poll? Up or down? Which one would you prefer? And he seems completely fine. Isa's running around as well. Oh, no risk. Owata. Don't want to be talking about him today.
Okay, John. Now you're bringing back really just horrific memories that we don't need to hear about. Getting all the rest of us.
Long kick down. Isa's. Did they wake him up? Because Isa, like, even that, I haven't seen him make physical contact and get into it. So, like, I don't know what to expect from Kabore now because he's pretty spry.
Hey, you try to take a man's children away from him, and he's going to show some fight.
It's 4:30 in the quarter after 4 in the morning, on point so far. Matty James gets a start and draws it back. Doyle, let's talk some football. I got accused of having too much quiet time in the last episode, so I'm not going to shut up today. Doyle all the way over. Scoops and Clark clears. Matty James can't get to it. Prisque, Vicente still going. It's the slow pace. It's killing us. And Cleworth comes over and defends it, and it goes for a corner. And even on the beach, Birmingham don't like Wrexham.
Good play by Max.
Scar's too slow.
Yes, he is. That's going to be something Max is going to have to be aware of and be expecting. That's why Max cannot creep forward today. He better have been told that. You're expected to clean everything up.
Left foot in swinger. 6 yards. Headed. Dangerous. Ogonko there. Got his head on it at Prisque, but it goes right down to the ground. And Ogonko, from where he's at, just has to fall to collect it, and he's able to. Rathbone appealing for a yellow. That was for an unnecessary clear. You know what? Good on Ogonko to see that through the maze of people. Unfortunate not to get a deflection as there's just a maze in front. Dobson, the battle on. And then he takes some loose boots, Stansfield. Doyle gets it over. Thomason, cross. Nobody over there. Way too heavy. Can Issa get there? No, it's cleared. Thumped through the air. Cleworth, not enough on it. Dobson comes back. Oh, the ball's clear. The ball's clear. Well, fuck off. Get up, Prisque, you waste of space. What? How old is this kid? Is he 12? 22. That's soft. What in the ever-loving heck was that? A cross? Yes, I think so anyway. Fire and brimstone. Arcade, was that on the last one? Are you saying Prisque took on one, a shoulder charge in the back? Because I just thought that was shoulder to shoulder, and Prisque can't stand. Throw in Birmingham. Blown down. Oh, did you not like where it was taken from? It's what, you know what, I'll say 15 minutes in, and as far as emotion goes, and it's sort of shocking to me that Birmingham on the beach gives two hoots about this, but there's some giddy up to this one and some grime. They're both clubs. It's not just the 3 points. There's some animosity. Does one season of playing together build that sort of animosity? Is that the we hate you because you took the championship, we hate you because you're bigger than we are? And of that I mean Birmingham, speaking of Wrexham. Owata. Yeah.
They want to be the ones known for being hated because they're owned by Yanks.
Oh, right. What did somebody describe that as on my comments? The cancer that's infecting English football?
Yeah.
Love it. Anyway, kick him out in the back. Samuel gets it forward, draws it back. Is that a cross? It is a cross. Header still into the area, left-footed, and lifted over. That was gorgeous. That was something. Osman on the boot at the end takes that header from the left-hand side. That was a long, sweeping cross that made it up over top of everybody. Was that the Wagner who got the head on it? It was. Wagner over top of Kabore. Got to do better than that. He says it goes to Osman and just scoops it, smashes it up over top. Yikes. Wagner. Sorry, I missed my pronunciation on that one. I got it wrong.
Max again was in pretty good position here. If that was lower, I think it goes off Max's head. So I don't know that that was scoreable based on the defense.
Good eye. I wasn't looking there. Max was on him solid. Okay, so the secret mix is the Canadian edition, right? Need to have the double combo. Trouble. Oh, Gonkwo, did that hit him in the chest on the deflection? It did. I thought it did from the camera angle from Osman across here. That the definition of a position save where you have no time to reaction. No time to reaction. No time to react. Got to wake up yet.
Obviously, that was an awful positioning of the deflection, but really no choice there from that range. So
all I saw was Dan Scarr flopping, rolling on the ground, coming backwards in a hurry, or trying to anyway.
He's just way too slow for the championship.
This is what a save indeed, RKO. We need to find some thing to go forward. 5 goals, it's looking like, at the way this is rolling. Why do we suck so bad in the first half? And hopefully it's not the entire first half. Every single game, and then we'll find it and be like, we're the better team. But we just gave away at least 20, usually 30 minutes per match.
We were saying earlier that it would have benefited us to score early and then take their heart, and then maybe the game would have been, a lot easier.
I don't know if I agree with that foul. I think it's because the position was so given so freely. The defender or the opposed Priske goes straight up on that. I don't know what he can do here. Oh, no, he didn't. He backed into it. Sorry. I take it back. The curl and the hip check. I thought he was already standing there. That's got a chance. Ooh, Kabore searching for more. More not able to get there. Ugh.
There's just a limited amount of ways that you can get the ball to him, and it's on crosses and set pieces, and you have to hit him because he ain't ranging too far.
Yeah. Oh, that's bad language coming through my microphone. Back on our way, Beetle. Long kick down the right-hand side. Oh, the half volley. Never let it hit the ground. Scar doesn't get to it, and now we got danger. Flicked out, go for a goal kick. It does. And the fans don't like that. Vicente, but he doesn't go by Vicente. What's on the back of his kit again? Carlos, is that his first name?
Should be call him Vicente.
Ayo earning his pay today. Absolutely, Scott. Sorry for making you delete your comment, RKO. What are you talking about? He didn't do anything wrong. I saw that one wrong. Isa with it. Curls, button hooks, back to Max. A little bit of ball at foot's not a bad thing. Scooped forward. Moore settles it down, forces LOB to stand up and play it. Rathbone draws it back. Dobson, switch. Fuck. Do something, do things. Just...
Was I the only one that thought that if someone had taken a picture of there was a challenge? Hold on a second.
Just cut me off when you have it. Max has it. Slides it over to Doyle.
O'Brien had jumped in the air for a header and that he got run into from behind. And it looked like it would have been a comical freeze frame of a camera shot if they had done it.
I missed it. You have to take the time of it, and maybe when the full thing comes back, we can share that one. Can we still make the playoffs? The question is there. Sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Can we still make the playoffs? Yeah. I mean, even if with a loss today, we're mathematically in it. But with a win today, we're actually in not bad position. 1 point behind Hull. Middlesbrough's fallen. We've got a home game against Middlesbrough at the end of the year at home. But we got to go out and collect here. Issa Kabor. And right now we look like, hey, first half Wrexham, just absolute garbage. The story of doing everything late. Kabore with it, looking, option, stabbed. It's knocked down and cleared. Look. Battle over that side, lost. Osman just beats Max to the ball. A bang on the... and we're handsy. Samuel, right-hand side, scooped forward. That's going to be Carlos Vicente. That was the pass? That might be one of the worst passes I've seen in a while. Like that... that's one of those... That's really embarrassing, actually.
Yeah, no wonder why he's over there complaining about everything. He sucks.
He can't play football?
I don't know.
Not Southampton. No. Southampton's gone. Write them off. They're going to be like fourth by the end of this thing. It's Middlesbrough. They haven't got a win in forever. Whoa. Rathbone. Little spry, funky left footer trying to score one from 22 yards out. Well, more than that. 30 yards out. Is DeAndre here? They do their crosses the wrong way for their pattern. Go horizontal with the field and not vertically. So
that got deflected, didn't it? Off of back?
No, I missed it if it did. Anthony's stuck at work today. That sucks. I think I'm playing hooky again tomorrow as my kid continues to do acting stuff. So, Issa, that's late. That's hella late. That's yellow late. That's card late. Yeah, that's a talk. That
was all body. Yeah,
that was like that wasn't Prisque. You got bumped into. That's with force in the air and coming a whole half second late. Reckless. And that wasn't a shoulder either.
Today is Kabore's day. Keep feeding him the ball. He's a magnet for good things today. Get him the ball.
He is earning his check, John, as Brendan just said. Yes, Kabore needs more. If we are totally honest, if we do make the playoffs, could you see us getting past Southampton? Never. I mean, they'd have to lose, and they don't lose. But we're going to sit there. Let's call it. Let's foreshadow. Let's put it into the universe. They're putting the documentary together, and it's already written. We got absolutely blitzed by Southampton. We're going to eke into the playoffs somehow. We're going to get through the first round, and we're going to go to Wembley where we play Southampton, and it's like Rocky versus what's his name? Igor Dravic. What do I have that right? Whoever.
Drago. Ivan Drago.
Ivan Drago. That's what we got. Ivan Drago. So the big scary Southampton who beat the tar out of us, and somehow we're going to find a way to win it, and it's going to be Disney all over. Oh, that's Max. That's the yellow one, Max. Come on, dude.
If that's the case, they got to get him in a training montage.
Well, and really the only training I want is somebody out on a track pitch with these guys with a whole bunch of weights and bands and just running everything to make it so they're faster. That's all I want. Just too slow.
Bad challenge by Max.
He just lost position and had no other option. It's one of those ones where if you let him go, you criticize him. If he takes a yellow, you criticize him.
At least it was a safe part of the field to take a chance at trying to intercept the ball, as you know, when he rushed up. It was time to get back. But
Vicente there to make it look pretty because he can't play football, and it's advanced in and headed out. Vicente. Header straight across, flashed, and Ogonko was going to grab it. Come on. 30 minutes coming up here. 27 minutes and 30 seconds. Do we have a shot yet? On goal, anyway? I think the only shot we've got is Rathbone's flash by the...
Yeah, that's not on goal, though. So.
No, I know. That's the only thing we've got even close. Dobson, left-hand side. Doyle across the center. The glorious thing about this is Birmingham's been a first-half team that's been sucking in the second half, and that's why their fans have been booing them, and all those things have been going on. And so if ever you were to line up with somebody as a second-half team, this is who you want. Knock on wood. And Kabore, another battle. Curls grabbed by Osman. Not enough to draw a foul. Clueworth, Matty James. Clueworth turned the wrong way, goes back to Ogonko, and now we're going to just go over top because that's what you do. Well taken there by Kiefer. Kabore dancing, searching to try and get it back to Kiefer. Nice pass there, scooped it across. Rathbone leaves it out for Kiefer Moore, right along the 18-yard box. Knocked down. Doyle! To the moon!
Yeah, I wasn't handled well by Moore at all, though. Ugh.
The back pass from Rathbone here?
Yeah, I mean...
Yeah, the first touch had to go in and dig it out, but I thought he got it to him with enough space and time that he could have done something. Anything. I think there's Matt Al. How are you, my friend? It's been a while, but yes, sending Max to a sprinting academy is absolutely necessary.
The worst part is at the moment, Max is our fastest CV.
No.
Just think about how horrendous that is. He's getting outrun constantly, and he's considerably faster than Scar and Doyle.
The fact that he couldn't catch Kyle Laren with the ball is absolutely...
And a little bit of an angle. So...
Oh...
No, it wasn't really behind him. He just didn't play it well. John.
No, I think I'm with Brandon on that one. Max looped up over top. Rathbone up over top again and too far and just knocks back. Newman to Beetle, and Beetle's going to thump it down the pitch. Max returns it. Awata.
Look, Moore doesn't look anywhere close to getting the ball. We have to cross it in, and he has to head it. That's about all that's going to work today.
Oh, it was a good, clear, bad pass. And Wagner all the way up on Kabore. Is he going to get around him? No, Kabore frames him out.
Usually when I criticize a player, they go absolutely off. So
why do we got to do this every first half? Just cleared out Osman. He was good last week. He was the only guy who was good last week on a Birmingham team that just didn't have it.
Mad Al, I wasn't saying I don't like Doyle. I just said he's not fast. Good position.
Yeah, I think
good player.
Is Doyle quick fast, or is he just confident?
Yeah, he's not fast, but he's a good player. I want him out there, but you can't put him and guys slower than him out there. So,
opportunity here. O'Brien hit Wagner on a good little pass there. Thomas and Kiefer Moore now into the box, leaves it for Thomas, who came back. Oh, the cutback pass too far back. Brendan, how are you? Bryn, how much is Sebastian Berhalter going to cost to get from Vancouver to Wrexham in the offseason? Or the end of the MLS season? How much? You want a set piece guy? The last stuff he's been doing in Vancouver. They need to get that guy in the Reds. How great is it to have Rathbone and O'Brien up front and to not even be able to get them the ball? I don't want O'Brien up front, though, but I would take in Windass and giving him a day as Doyle grabs it. Oh, 32 and a half minutes. The delayed I'm too tired thing starting to settle in. 4 o'clock wake up Ogonquo. Fagna puts it down. Priske too heavy on the touch. The imposition of Dan Scar. When I said Doyle was 90% ass, I meant backside. He's a lovely guy. Great for that. I'm a big Doyle fan, to be completely frank. I love having a center back who's confident going forward.
Mad Al with one of the best jokes in a while.
Oh, no. Thomason slips, falls. Vicente can't kick a football. Difficult to do when you're a professional and is not being able to kick a football. I mean, that was the softer than an O'Brien special. But come on. Come on. Like, Samuel completely over top of the back and clambers into the back of Moore's head. And Moore's standing there, vertical. Like, this isn't a battle for position. This is, I'm standing in the fucking pitch. He didn't even get up for it. It's karma dislocating your shoulder when you jump on top of somebody. Like, what? Here's the replay. Does he even jump up there? Like, what the fuck is that? Am I wrong?
He jumped up over the top
of him and clattered into him.
Yeah.
Clipped him, didn't hit him that hard, but clips him in the back of the head as he goes over. And not even a foul. Well, is my internet going hiccupy? Because it's even going hiccupy on my phone. Someone pissed in Ollie's orange. I think he's done the way he's going off holding the shoulder.
John Lane refuses not to bring negative to the chat today.
He's a changed man.
He must be wearing a Birmingham shirt right now. It's anti-Wrexham rhetoric nonstop.
So a walk
How
on
much
the
did
draw
they
ball
pay you,
restart.
John?
Like, I'm just saying, if you've got position and you're framed out, if somebody's going to jump through the air and clatter into the back of you, and through the back, not like a shoulder charge barge where you're both running a 50-50 ball, that's a foul and a free kick. It is. And on that one, Samuel jumps over top of, like, restricted more from even getting up into the air. Jesus. And I got to wake up more. I need more coffee. I'm stuttering. Ogonquo, back underway. 3 minutes. The good news is, knock on wood, we're 0-0 through a first half potentially. Dan Scar, spry coming forward in front of Priska to get that one. Spun over to Kabore. Not the best first touch, but he's able to go and collect it with speed. Osman chases him down. Matty James back to Dabo. Dabo, James, let's do things. Max. And there's just the long ball, predictable, and nobody up there for Kiefer Moore. Fuck off. Like, if you're going to have possession and build on it, then go and play it. Issa disrupts, intercepts. Osman can't come back and get him. Stab forward. Can Rathbone get there? He can't. It's out 18-yard throw-in. Like, am I wrong? 6 passes, no pressure. And fine, you haven't advanced it, but you've got possession of it. Why just the thump to no man's land with Kiefer Moore up there as the only red jersey and the only person? Like, throw in. LOB collects it. He's got Max as an outlet, doesn't take it. Instead, it's back to Issa towards the goal. Osman completely beat. There's the cross, and we'll take a corner. No, we'll take a throw in. Oh, come on.
Well, they gave that a throw in, huh? I thought that might have gone over the line.
No, I think just the angle. Couldn't really see it, but the angle was there. And then Max draws it. We just look horrible. And, I mean, the good thing is maybe we pulled them out of pulled the crowd out of it with how boring this one is? Or is there something going on in the crowd? There's a lot of people with their head cranked over one way. It always makes me wonder what's going on. I missed that one, but I'll take it. Vicente. I don't remember noticing Vicente one way or the other. And I'm going to have to go back and have a look because he's one of the more underwhelming players I've seen in the championship. I mean, I don't think that's a bad thing, given the circumstances, but Wagner, on the other hand, has been very good down that side. Unfortunately, there's a long ball. Wagner's gone, so Kabore wide open. He's got more. He's also got Rathbone laid up. Rathbone should have checked that on with the heel and flicked it. Instead, just cleared. Fucking useless. Damn it. I'm getting angry. No tolerance, no ability to keep my thoughts and my curse to myself is...
Great pass by Matty James, by the way.
And Issa, all that space, and what do we get is we get a layup pass to Rathbone in a position where Rathbone can't do anything else. Like, there's no way with where that
right
ball...
on Moore's head. We're not scoring any other way. They had too many guys in the box.
Too many guys in the box and right in front of where Rathbone was. And so the only play that Rathbone has was to try to flick that on and get it through. Because it's not going to happen any other way. But now we are going to get a corner.
Too close for him. He can't turn and flick from there.
Yeah.
The only play was Kabore to the head of Moore, and he didn't do it. So.
No, that's us with our PS5 controllers. But I'm with you. PS5, PS3? I don't even know. We're playing in the future. Vicente. Corner. Far up and headed out, but Moore is still down on the ground. I think he's offside, but bouncing around. Flag goes up. Foul or offside, I'm not sure. Carlos Vicente. 5 goals. Oh, 2, sorry. Well, it came from somewhere called La Liga. Had 5 goals in 21 matches and comes here and he gets 2 goals in 12. Last one up against Ipswich. Well, that was last week.
That's how you say his name?
Vicente?
The guy that just got the foul with all the hair?
The redheaded guy? I don't know. Carlos Vicente?
Oh, Carlos is. Okay.
Yeah, his last... the Spanish thing.
No. The other guy that's been super active getting calls on him and everything.
Wagner?
No, Prisk or something.
Oh, Priske, the Danish guy. Yeah.
Yeah. And I was like, what? I thought you were talking about him.
No. Lots of international players in Birmingham, which is interesting to me. Austrian Captain Clark with the foul there on Rathbone. Crowd didn't agree, and we'll get a free kick from a fairly threatening position, left side, right side, double. This is where, and I will say this again, Sebastian Berhalter. Go and look at that guy's set pieces.
We don't have anyone who's dangerous enough to put it in here unless you maybe Broadhead or Windass blast one from here. But
go and look at Vancouver Whitecaps set pieces right now. And I'm not a Whitecaps fan by any stretch of the imagination, but I have to appreciate that kid's set pieces.
Well, that is a packed visitors end. Every single solitary seat taken.
Double right foot into the area. Heavy headed down and cleared there. That was dangerous. Who got back on that one? Was that Samuel? Flag went up for offside, really? I missed the offside, I'll be honest.
Doyle might have been.
Oh, yeah, he was offside.
Yeah.
If that went to him, yeah, that was offside.
Max, yeah, it was Max. Sorry.
You know what? If you told me that we'd go into the half even, I would take it.
By the way, I didn't point it out, but that Rathbone call on him getting that kick, that was probably the only advantageous call I've seen for us in a while. Like, I don't know that should have been a foul in that position, and we usually don't get those. So.
Cleworth with the clear straight up, throw in 20 yards out.
That first half disappeared quickly.
Stab in the ankle.
Oh, that's a flaw.
I don't know. I thought he got him on the toes, actually, not the ankle, but
it looked like they just Rathbone's shin hit his back of his leg or something, and he just dropped.
Solis, the Colombian. So Vicente there to look pretty. Wagner's going to take this one. That had to go. That had to go for a corner. Just but the way that bounced it off of somebody. Like I'd almost be embarrassed if I was Vicente. Like he's just the pylon that they put out to run things. Do you know what I mean? 2 minutes left. Let me go out and talk to myself. He's going to serve this one up. Right-footed in swinger from the left-hand side. Misses everything. And we'll grab it. I can't say that was entirely on Vicente. It was a dangerous one, and I don't know. Ogonko not able to force himself through. Was that Osman blocking him out? I'm not sure. Ogonko's not a tiny person. I just don't know why he just become a wedge, get to that ball. Headed back, battle through the midfield. Lewis O'Brien not able to get to it, but we collect. Gobble. Let's do something late here, Isa. Let's go on a run. Giddy up. Curl back. Fuck. So Isa, because of that curl back, that's the resulting outcome. Like, play this back to him. That was the resulting outcome. Is just a long ball over top. Lewis almost lost it to O'Brien, but he's able to get it back, and we collect a minute and 10 seconds.
Did you see that though? Like Double got the ball and no one was rushing forward. It was just more or nothing, and there were no
What's
options.
how? Or now grabbing his leg. Who's on the bench for us today? Ward, Hyam, Brunt, Windus, Broadhead, Barney, Longman, Keeler Dunn, and Smith. That's a
Yeah, Bailey is not there. So Mad Al says there was a late scratch for him, and Keeler Dunn is there.
oh my word! Okonkwo stopping Vicente, who just our pace of our center backs puts us at risk, but fortunately it lands to the feet of the guy with no football skill. Carlos Vicente stuffs another one. That's what, 3-4 bad plays in one day? That was the worst.
And he gets his pocket picked by a center back.
Offside, and let's just get to the half. Like the worst footballer in the championship by a mile, and it's been nothing but just mistakes, and he's faster than us, I guess. I'll give him that. What a save. Scar. That was something. I will take it. We're 0-0 after a half. That's an improvement. I'm a little bit bitter, and I think I need more coffee. Can I just pass over the keys, Brendan, and you can chat for a bit while I go and stir up something to
Sure. Right ahead.
Get into my veins? Okay. I'll be back.
I will bring up the stats. Give me a moment, guys. Yeah, Scar is non-existent. He hasn't been exactly a cone out there, but I mean, he will be if anyone runs at him. Yeah, Scott's saying our headers in the midfield drive me crazy, just bouncing it around to eventually lose possession and just trap it, control it, and pass it. I agree with you. Some of them seem very capable for them to just catch it, drop it, and then do something with it. But I think I also pointed out, Scott, that they don't really have a lot of action up front running in behind. And it seems very easy to mark Moore beyond him. And he's not so good with the ball that if you were to somehow get it to him as he frames out his man, that he can turn and do anything with it. So he's in there ideally so that we can cross. And who was it? Why not was saying, if you're going to be, he didn't say this specifically, I'm adding to it, but he was talking about a team that's set up to be reliant on crosses from the wing backs. You have to get better performances there. It looks like, Thomason touched the ball once and he wasn't anywhere near his position when he was doing it. So, I don't know if it was conscious that we're working Kabore's side. And truthfully, he looked like he showed up today in comparison to the recent past, where he's non-existent if he isn't doing something bad in the game. So I don't mind that they keep feeding him the ball, but he's not being productive offensively. And he had opportunities to cross it in, make good crosses, put it on Moore's head, and he didn't. Not exactly what we want to see. Our defense looks so slow, and there's nothing you can do about it. They have a lot of quicker players, and this is not the lineup. It looks like Max got slower throughout the season, but he's played a lot. Santiago, welcome. Good to see you, sir. All right, to the stats. We have the majority of possession, 55%. That's almost never a good thing. And our XG climbed all the way up to 0.08. That is awful. 3 total shots, none of them anywhere close. None on target. They have 8 shots, 5 on target, 2 big chances. They have 2 big chances missed, thank goodness, because they hit Algonquin both times with them. Scott is asking for score predictions. I don't know. We're going to have to get some second half Wrexham magic. I'm not sure that this group, the way it's constructed out there, scores. So until they bring on some extra offensive players, something from Windass late or Smith, maybe Broadhead if they bring them on. Once they start overloading up front, maybe we get something going. But right now, it does not look like it. Yeah, I mean, if our crappy first half that we typically have has us still even, then it's a positive, I guess, right? So I hear Sean back.
I have returned. And so Dave got it exactly right. Positive is we've got a half a level for a change instead of chasing from behind. So I'm assuming we went through the stats and the standings.
All I did was this first block. I talked about shots on target and big chances and crappy XG and how we're surprisingly have the possession. That's it. So I didn't go through the rest of the stats.
Yeah, I don't think that. I think that that's fair. I think let's passes in the other team's half, 66 passes to their 54. They played a lot more like we do as far as direct to goal, or at least what I think we tried to do. We haven't done it in like a month and a half.
There's no reason to wait around. You don't have to work your way around our defense. You just run past them.
Run past everybody.
Yeah.
The pace is there. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what we do in the off season with our back line. Hyam has to be there. But Max, love the kid, but he needs some pace. He needs some pace. And it's just been, and I don't remember it being that noticeably bad early on. And
people have not been calling it out because they love Max so much. And
I love Max so much.
This past third of the season has been bad play.
Exposing?
Yes, bad play often from him. So, and I like Max a lot, but people are way too hard on others and never on Max.
Well, we're not going to be popular in Wrexham. I'm sure they have to be talking about the pace. Anyways, I'm curious to see what happens there with the wingback position. Midfield, I think maybe a little bit of depth. I'm largely fine up front. Well, Gonko's earned his paycheck. Danny Ward's still there as a backup, and so to me, that's where the fixes are. But we have an opportunity to flip the switch here and not talk end of season stuff. But it's up for the guys on the pitch to figure it out. Yeah, it's a good shout from Max. From Matt L. Max has bulked up his muscle mass at the expense of the feed. I'm not going to deny that that's a possibility. And Al's second half prediction: Kiefer Moore successfully controls the ball. Yeah, I'd just like to see him to get some support from somebody else too while he's up there. Touches in the box, 13-5, and I think that's the difference. Where I keep focusing on that stat is because it allows us to understand and appreciate games like this where apparently we had more possession, but we don't get any shots out of it. We're not in the final third, and even though we're getting passes in the opposition half, we're not threatening at all. And that to me is where the game has been, and that's indicated by that touches in the box comparison and why it feels so desperate for us. Abhorrent might be the other one.
I did want to make one comment there that Welcome, Cobra. That as our wingbacks, so Kabore was doing a pretty good job early in the season, very early. Then Thomason came on in like the middle of the season and was playing well. Now that neither one of them is shining and we're not getting crosses in the box often, Moore has stopped scoring altogether, right? Because if you can't cross it into the box and get him service, the likelihood of him scoring goes down significantly.
And so when you bring Longman in, you bring Smith in at the same time because you need that.
Yeah, they have to be smart about it. You can't if I guess you got to just keep yelling at the wingbacks and say get him service, but they're not doing it. And if they're not doing that, Moore being out there is not helpful. Like it's only when you're getting corners then, or maybe some other set piece where we get we get the ball in a free kick in our half. But otherwise he's significantly limited in comparison to other options. And if they're not going to be productive today, then they got to
sub them out and change something up.
Yeah,
I'm with you. Cobra says, or sorry, I want to go back to it was Cobra's comment. As for Max, I think you're right. Unfortunately, doing a good job, but his lack of pace is letting him down big style. And then there was another comment in here that says, Bruce, where was it? It must have been higher up. Did I miss a comment? I must have missed a comment because I was like, that was a really, really good one. Was it from Cobra? I don't know. I had something that I was going to go off of that one. I think you're right. Unfortunately, doing a good job, but his lack of pace is letting him down big style. Did I lose a bunch of chat? I'm all confused. I had anyway, welcome to have you guys here. And thanks for joining. I don't know what the fix is for the first half garbage, because you go back 2 games ago, Smith wasn't there. It's just, it's a little bit frustrating to see the same script play out. And what's odd to me, did other teams just get smart? Is this just the battle of attrition and the fact that our Max and Hyam, well, not so much Scar because he hasn't been out there, but is the pace of our backline so poor, and we just didn't get called out, or we just declined over the year? And I want to give credit to Kluwerth because we've been hard on him. The kid has a superpower. There isn't a center back I've seen, or right back, whatever you want to call the person in the back three, who positionally has as good a defensive awareness and radar as he does. He's gifted. The problem that I have with his awareness and positional play is it takes him a while to get around. Sheath has missed. Des, I actually underestimated potentially the role that he played in that holding midfield position, sort of a glue guy, because he just didn't offer anything up front. But we struggle so much to get.
Maddie made some really great passes that Kabore did nothing with today. So
there's still time.
By the way, teams did figure us out. All they have to do is stay wide on our wing backs, and for the most part, they're just not capable of being threatening enough, bringing it in. And then that pressure means that the service isn't that good, and then Moore can't do anything with it, and it all goes for naught.
Bryn had the comment here that we all know that we're going to be fine in the second half. And I just wanted to touch on this one from Scott here again that says, for summer business, we're going to need 2 Prem experienced wingbacks and a dominant midfielder or 2. And I think there will be changes. And I think the interesting part for me is and maybe something to talk about at a later date, are Rob and Ryan too friendly with their contracts? And I know that they're not running everything and they're being signed by Parkey, but there's an extra year here and an extra year there that the guys are going to have to carry and go out and get loan deals for and all that sort of stuff. But beyond the squad, we just seem to have so many contracts that we're carrying. And is that one of 2 things? Is that a byproduct of how fast we've moved up, that we're carrying so much? I don't want to call it dead weight because that's not fair to how important they were to the Wrexham story. but how many additional contracts that we've had, and does that mean that this year in the championship, or maybe two, serves a purpose to backlog things and to sort of clear the gut, so that when we sign more people, as Scott's referring to, we're able to go out and get what we need.
You can't be signing 1-year deals, and they're getting
I
guys
get
that are
that.
good for the next level, and then we blow past it, right? Like you can't also sign guys for 1-year deals because they're not going to be committed to the team. They're going to be playing selfishly for their next contract, right? Like you have to give, and you can't be anticipating we're only going to be 1 year in a league. So you're like, okay, we got to get these guys in, incorporate them. So that's going to take some time. Instead, we end up having some amount of success, and then we're moving on again. Look, you can't say that they've made bad decisions or significantly totaling bad. The total is bad decisions when it's promotion. So
I love and hate Woody because he just took our entire thing and summed it up in 6 words. Driftwood, not deadwood, Sean, I guess. And that sort of sums it all up. And I'm with you. You have to sign for extras, and I do think that it's influenced by, but the situation is influenced by how fast we've moved up. But it'll be interesting to see what happens. I can see really not a massive changeover because of how many contracts we have, but there's going to be center back changeovers, and I want them to be big. It's not the time to be filling depth. This is the season where we shock ourselves with names as people stand over everything. Why did Parky sign DKD? It's like buying a Ferrari and taking him out for a few minutes a year. It's nonsensical. Yeah, the DKD thing's interesting though too. Is he a Ferrari? Because
I don't know what that, but
I mean, he could be, but it's like that exotic international sports car that never gets used, and you think it's really good. Is it really good? We're back underway anyway, and I say not because he's international, but just because of him not being seen so much at this level. What have we got? We don't know. But
it's an interesting thing. I would ask you this: we got 2 players that still have potential. DKD and Bailey, right? Who do you think has the bigger upside between the two? I think it's Bailey, but
yeah, no, I would definitely say that Bailey. Yeah, Bailey more upside. He's also 19.
Yeah, but even if they were the same age right now, I don't know.
That would be a tougher one. I haven't seen enough from Bailey the unfair advantages I've seen enough of Keeler done in the lower leagues that I think I'm at an
he definitely has
bias territory.
More stats, but like the thing is you'd expect if Bailey spent his time not where he is in the championship, but playing a lot more in League One, he'd have stats. So it's a little bit of an unfair.
How many subs? I've got no subs during the window for anybody. It's Birmingham's coming out.
Birmingham had a sub.
Oh, did they? It didn't pop up on my thought map.
It's number 10 there, out on the wing.
And it's been all Brum at the start and a long ball back to recycle, and Beatles got it at his feet.
Is that a Korean player? Is it? I don't know.
Oh, did Pek Sung Ho? I see Iwata. I'll keep an eye out anyways. It's scooped over here to Samuel. Down the right-hand side. Vicente, 30 yards out. LOB on him. Vicente stops, curls, back to Osman. Samuel. And that is Vicente. That was a flop. And the pass up to Moore gets knocked back. Clark grabs it. Left-hand side. And that must be Peck because that's not Iwata in the number 8. Number 8, yeah, Pek Sung Ho into the midfield. Samuel flipped in. Stabs it straight up. Then Doyle doesn't get it. What are we doing? Like, this is our second half season on the balance, and you guys are this lackadaisical coming out? Iwata. Priska. Back to Peck. Peck, left-hand side. Well, Wagner, 35 yards out. He's going to go far post, and we are lazy. Goal. Fuck. Like, You knew it was coming. Oh, and it's Vicente, of course. How do we come out of the half and just look this passive? Like, I knew it was coming. Oh, they're putting that one on Ogonkwo?
Yeah, that wasn't that hard of a header, but okay.
I mean, he's been asked. I don't know. I didn't put. I mean, this is just beat out Doyle, Thomason. Interesting. He's really having a crack on Ogonko with that one. It's Sean's fault with that guy. I know they came out even worse. And that's exactly what I was saying was I don't know how season in the balance you come out of the second half and your response is that. There's just no giddy up.
It's going to be quite a comeback to get this win 2-1 in Birmingham.
Fuck. Yeah, right.
We'll love
Parky's
watching
response, just standing there in disbelief. I mean, it's the same thing that I've got. At least now there's some energy and some bounce back. I don't know. It's as mentioned above, AO's ankle. Yeah, I didn't see it, so I don't know. Software reload failure. Yeah, Brent, I don't. It may be an ankle, but I don't know how you blame this. I mean, it's 3 quick passes and we're spinning on our heels and we're just lackadaisical. Little jog about, no real pressure, wide open, clear with nobody on it, and it finds somebody's head. Like I don't get that as Moore gets run over. Beetle gets us back underway. Long ball. We still have 39 minutes plus added to figure something out here. Kabore back heels to himself, runs and collects it, has Peck on him, draws it back and curls, looking for options. Doyle standing over top of it. He can't get to it. It gets knocked out. We'll play on. Get out of the lip and just play. Fucking hell. Still standing there chirping away. I am not in a happy mood. And Parkey looks resigned, too. I don't recall being down 1-0, and that's been like the third flash over to the sidelines. And danger back to Ogonko and grabbed on the header and collected. This announcer's all over him. Unconventional goalkeeping techniques. He went out and collected a backwards pass. Who's this fuckhead on the comms for Sky? Sky Sports. I've never wanted to know who a broadcaster was in anything, but this guy doesn't know. He knows less than I know about football. Somebody has who that is. Are you still there? I had a reload issue. Brandon?
Yep. Yes, I am.
Okay. I can't see the chat, so.
Did you see that Kabore got the ball? He turns, and no one for Wrexham is running forward, and he's looking around like no one blew the whistle, right? Like,
yeah,
We're still playing, and Moore is slightly trotting forward, and everyone else is just standing there looking at Kabore. They're all shocked we have the ball.
Dalbo, I thought I was going to get the interception. Instead, it goes out, and we're going to get a throw in. Oh,
these guys flop like every opportunity.
You know what, Des, I'm all for the sober second thought. And I thought at the start of the season, the success would be in a position to push for the playoffs. We're there. Call it a successful season. Do you want more? Absolutely, though. And I also don't want to get caught into the championship swamp where we just sit here and live forever. So I was hoping momentum might carry us through, but we got academies building. We got a 3-sided stadium and an opportunity there. Now the red kit starts to leak forward. Is that how it's going to be? And the best part about this is we've got an upset Birmingham fan base that's used to seeing the team lose late. So if we can start to turn the screw, I think that there's an opportunity for them to fold. But at the end of the season, Des, I'll be honest. I'll be happy, and we can talk about how amazing it was because it has been. But right now, I want 3 points, and I want a chance to chase this thing through. Matty James, we connected together 3-4 good passes inside their half, but a giveaway there, and it comes back the other way, and Samuel gets wiped out, and I get a free kick for that, I'm sure. Future is going to be fantastic. Okay, so not worried about the championship swamp.
If you're going to get stuck in the league, it's not a bad one to get stuck in, that's for sure.
Yeah, true. It has been fun to watch. John, form has not been fun as of late. Yes. 3 dock years of swamp is not what Disney just signed up for. Truth in that. I wonder if there was some guarantees as to we expect you guys to do X, Y, or Z. I don't anticipate it.
Well, it'll certainly be interesting. You'd expect if we continue to spend a significant amount of money, right? So,
yeah, and yeah, it's been a good season. Frustrating with the turn up recently. We'll just go out and grab the damn thing. Is Kiefer well done to chest that one down? Just gets overworked, but Matty James stepping up. He's going to frame out his man. Can he keep it in? He can. Chips it down the line. No other options. Gets out there. Shout for a handball, but I don't think that was. Moore not able to slide it over to Lewis O'Brien. And then there's a stab there and a foul. I like it, though. We're spry. This is all I want. Go out and get after it instead of just sitting back where we've been afraid to lose.
Yeah, it's only 1-0, guys. Almost the whole second half ahead of us.
Rathbone, get on my back. Might have found it now, Scott. We'll see what we do with it. I still say a couple 5-10 more minutes of this, continuing forward and getting some cracks on goal, and you're going to have the crowd turn. You're going to have the questions starting to be asked. Oh no, not again! And against a team like us that loves our last-minute heroics, and it's still here for us. But the lads, got to go out and want it.
See how far back Rathbone and O'Brien are? Like, they're back with Dobson. And you have Moore just by himself way ahead. That I just don't think that's going to be productive. That limits your passing opportunities.
Subs in 8 minutes. Or you think we're going to get them early, Brendan?
I certainly hope so. Listen, if you're willing to roll the dice with Scar out there, you must be thinking, I got to, pull strings and make things happen. So maybe this is, we'll see not one guy come in, but at least 2, maybe 3.
2 or 3, yeah.
Yeah, we got to go for it. Like,
a draw isn't enough. A loss is death.
Yes. So I mean, he's got to send that message, you know.
I'm just checking if I've got the right name here. Daniel Mann? Is that who we've got?
How about time wasting? I
And
think I spent 10 minutes throwing this ball in. Damn.
The World DAZN feed Canada is different. I may be hearing Dave Farrar. I'll have to check between the two of them. He was Eurosport's #1 commentator for 10 years. He don't know football, I say. Rathbone with it. He's probably watched more games that in a season than I've watched in my entire life. Kabore with it. Nice little pass through. Couldn't get the back pass, return pass from Cleworth, and now it's going to be a throw-in from 32 yards. Keep the pressure going here, lads. Like, just ball in this side of the half, looking for options. Start to ask the question, and it's going to be a quick turn. I feel it. I feel it.
Look, Max is way too far forward. Why is Dabo and Max switched around? That's just not.
Offside, LOB, yeah. Find another gear. We're like right on the precipice of something. Like, not offside by much. Closer than I thought, to be completely fair. Still offside, but Windass getting himself ready. Well done by Thomason to be able to stab at that one, but it comes loose and it's going to go far left side to Wagner. 35, 40 yards out, knocks it down, draws it back. Peck Sung Ho with the ball on the deck forward. Priske knocks it down. It's still loose, and that could be a foul there, but it's right foot and lifted up over the net by Stansfield.
Who are they bringing out, O'Brien?
I would say, yep, because you need more offense. I mean, it's a little bit too soon to start going for it with too many men forward.
You're not loving the Muffin Man today?
The Muffin Man as an offensive outlet? Not really. I love him as a holding mid.
The Muffin Man.
The Muffin Man? Okay, now we're just being annoying. I mean, to be fair, we're talking, so that probably satisfies as far as the annoying thing goes.
Yeah, my accent alone. So
Windass and Broadhead. The precipice of failure. Cobra, come on now. Is this a collective we blame Deandra because she's not here?
Hey,
I should say that's evil. She'd take that on, so I don't want to put it on her because she.
We called the early subs. We called at least 2 subs. Looks like we might know what we're doing.
January's transfer window was a waste of time and money. Not only that, Al, we missed out on the best player available and probably the best solution for us. He went to Norwich. Holy. I love hearing the broadcast of the coach. Max Cleworth stepping forward. 28 minutes plus added time. Kabore with right-hand side. Do something towards the goal line. Here comes the cross. Clar, there easily cleared away. Nothing in that one. Are you surprised that there's no Longman option? And as I say that, Kabore goes down holding his knee a little bit.
Like, he's not been productive, but he's at least hustling. Like, this is the best looking Kabore's looked since the first third of the season.
Oh,
So,
I like the jump. Yeah, but he hasn't, he's lost every battle to Wagner. And tell me I'm wrong.
I'm not saying that. Do you think Longman's going to do anything over there?
Well, you got to do something.
Yeah, stop passing it to him.
Well, okay. Yeah, it's my wife's computer, Dave. Shane really just ran out of steam and ideas at the wrong stage of the season. Yeah, it's attrition got us, and then we just never got the wheels back on the bus, right? Doyle, heavy pass. Fire. So Rathbone was out. Who was the other one? Or was it just Windass? Beck came in for Solus.
No, Rathbone out, which is a little bit surprising, but okay.
My Jed's home assessment of the first half is a game who can break a bone first. Well, the thing that I just don't understand is, and I'm, yeah, okay, Griffiths is a homer, and we might prefer that because we get, and I say that with the most loving terminology, a way of calling somebody a homer. I mean, we're all homers when we're Wrexham fans, and that's what you get when you get a home broadcast. And I get that this guy has to be neutral, but the comments he was making about unique goalkeeping when Ogonko has to go back and collect the loose ball, and I don't know how you blame Ogonko for that goal, but he was really on him and repeated, the flop from Priska, that was as he had his ankles taken away. Maybe thought it was a shirt pull. This guy does, like, legitimately, if this is Dave Farrer, who's had 10 years and was Eurosport's #1 broadcaster, he's absolute shite. Maybe he threw himself over. Come on, sir.
Like, I love how he flies as if he was tripped, and then he goes, but he pulled my shirt.
But he pulled on my shirt. Hey, as far as the strength and power of the Wrexham players, I mean, the ability to pull a jersey and have a guy go 4 or 5 feet forward,
up in the air, yeah,
pulled through the air. I mean, our gym routine in Wrexham should be another reason why footballers want to play here, because we'll get you to be the strongest man on the planet. There's Al. Longman has 27 career goals to Kabore's 4. Stansfield to the corner, hook back, pass back. Kabore has to come over and just clears to try and keep that one away. Osman looming on the far post.
That was a little dangerous. We're way out of position here. Thomason and Doyle got a flip-flop back there.
Thomason, Doyle, did he just step over the ball? He still got it back. Oh, and then he lost it. And Vicente with a flop. I'd be okay with somebody punching him in the face. I'm not going to lie. Beetle just right in front of Windass. The fans don't like Windass talking to Beetle. Osman on Clueworth. Osman's looked dangerous late in the last game I saw. He was the only player who looked. And it scoots out for a goal kick.
Both Windass and Broadhead can score from distance, and that's probably the most likely thing the way this is setting up right now.
Oh. Punch that man in the face. Let's. Any shots on target so far?
No, none.
No. Okay, Parky, you're gonna have to stir the drink a little because Broadhead and Windass haven't done anything yet. So it's Clueworth with it halfway midfield, 20 minutes plus added. Doyle advancing forward, Stansfield out to meet him. Up to Broadhead, doesn't like it, curls back the other way, searching for options. Broadhead trying to get it through. Beetle collects.
Look at how far back Broadhead has gone to get the ball.
And we need to be able to try and drive something through the midfield without just searching over the top, right?
I agree. There's only one defender further back than Broadhead on that play, though. I mean, because he's having to go back and do that to set up guys because no one's capable.
Nobody else is capable of doing it. Yeah. I'm so aggressive. Is that because of my hatred for Vicente? I just like the level of flopping. And yes, he scored the goal with that header, but he's a bad footballer and a prima donna. And I got no tolerance for it. Birmingham can keep him.
I don't like it. I understand a lot of these leagues, they allow that BS to take place, all the flopping and everything, but I can't believe that there isn't more English football fans wanting that.
Wanting it out of the game. That's fucked and horrible. Now that one's on Ogonko. Where did he go?
He was so focused on the guy in front of him.
What was Arthur doing? 2 soft goals. That one's soft. And what's Vicente doing right behind him? But horrible. I really don't. I'm confused because Ogonko goes to the near post.
He gets in a pushing match, doesn't go after the ball. Looks like, right? Let's see it.
But why is he going towards the near post? Like Vicente's there, but he didn't. Like, what are you doing? You're going the wrong way.
Max has to do better there. He was in the right.
Sure, but I mean, I don't know, Denise. That one, I think Ogonko deserves the credit. Ogonko deserves the butchering on that goal. But the first one, no. But just a shit outcome. And no bite, no pushback, and that's sort of the frustrating part. Broadhead gets it at his feet, moves it forward, and Beetle collects. I mean, and you can't put it on Ogonko when you've had 0 shots and a .08 XG. Now everybody's going to take their pound of flesh. Southampton 5 goals, Birmingham 2 goals. Help! $18 minutes if we want to salvage everything. They're already. Oh, was it announced, Howard, that they're already going to Vegas? Oh, paying for it themselves. Yeah, and then I don't necessarily have a problem. Free kick for us. Ref's going to have to step in and start to get a little bit of control here. She's going to get feisty.
They just shoved him out of bounds. He's still shoving. What's he doing? Come on.
Smith is on, throwing the kitchen sink at it. Oh, we shouldn't have taken more off. You got to go for it, Parkey. Like, what's the matter if we lose?
No, this is the 5-0 move. This is the right move. He's been non-existent all game. Can you name a positive play he's made?
No.
He's not even drawing 2. So.
No, Clark helped take care of him single-handedly.
I have no problem if he's not doing anything, but he's drawing attention. He's not drawing any attention.
Osman. And then the Doyle only option is to get it out for a corner. Jason, I can handle not being in the playoffs. I can handle a bad game or two. I just hate losing to these people. He used a different word. Nothing to lose, get Ogonko up front? Absolutely. The problem is Ogonko is allergic to going forward.
He doesn't like physical contact at all. He's allergic to it.
He shouldn't have swapped to Nigeria. He's fallen apart ever since the FIFA transfer. The first one, not his fault. And despite Dave Farr's comments otherwise, the first one, not his fault. That was lackadaisical defense and no bite and a man open on the far side. The second goal, go out and get it. And we've been talking about it forever. He goes out to get it and he moves near post when the ball's going far post. And he was only blocked off from going near post. So it just didn't make any sense. Anyway, he'll get an opportunity. Prove us right here. Ogonko, go and get a punch on this one. Because rightfully so, keeping everything close as they put it in the feet of Stansfield and you can't get it there. Oh, I wouldn't go that far. But I did. The 3-year anniversary of the Notts County win was 2 days ago. And so I was enjoying those highlights.
Sean, on that, I know you're saying Ogonko, it wasn't on him, and there were other people to blame for that first header, but the header wasn't particularly struck hard. I mean, it wasn't soft, but it wasn't overly blasted, and Ogonko gets his hand on it, but Ogonko, who was in play, reached back with his hand in the goal. And it looked like if he just reached straight across, the ball would have went off his hand, then the post, or his hand and out.
Sure. Vicente over. Hey, Ogonko got to it. I look at it this way for a goalkeeper is you've got a perception reaction time, right? It was positionally, was he in the right position? Yes. Did he, he's got to make a reaction to it. And I say he's positioned in the right spot is because Vicente could have gone far post, near post, either side. Right. And so he can't sell out going one way or the other. It's not
his
like a penalty
positioning
kick
was fine. Yes, I agree.
Yeah, it's not like, in penalty kick, it's one of those things where perception reaction time, you got to go left or right because you don't have the same reaction time. It didn't have the same pace, but it's close enough with distance. And I haven't calculated the physics of perception reaction time from a header at that pace at 5 yards out. But I don't think my eyes tell me by the time he recognizes that header is not going to me or to the far post, it's near post, react and go, that you can't get there in time unless there's a little bit of guesswork involved in where the read is coming off the angle of his head. All things told there, when I break that down and I look at position bang on, how much time does he have to react? Is he able to discern which way it's going prior to make the decision and try and go and collect? And the answer is no. So it's not his fault. That's how I look at it. I don't know. But somebody can tell me I got my head up my butt and that's fine. But
I'm not saying you have your head up your butt. All I'm saying is it's reasonable for someone else to think there were enough little things there for someone else to think a keeper should get that, because his hand reached back into the goal, in front of him, and the header wasn't that strong, and it was
100%.
obvious the ball was going to that man. So like, you should be uber focused, and the reflex time of Ogonko is phenomenal. For him to not get that one was strange. That's all. So I'm not saying
different goalkeepers could have certainly got there, and even Ogonko himself could have got there. The difference is just, to me, is to say that's your fault.
No. It was not his fault, but could he have saved it?
He could have saved it. He could have saved it.
He makes far less spectacular saves.
Saves. Yes.
So
I just don't want it to be seen as an expectation. That's where I had the problem.
No. I'm not saying we're down because of Ogonko. I'm just saying I can understand someone wanting to potentially criticize that, thinking, Ogonko, where are you? You usually get something like that. So
it was not 8, not point. I'm talking about the XG. He's a tender little kitten out there today. Stick a fork in them. Well, the thing is stick a fork in us today. We're stick a fork in us for the season. Might as well see what we got in Catamatari. And I'm going to get it wrong. Kaler done and run out the lads. Get Brunt out there for the last batch, and just throw it off on the beach or Vegas, whatever you want to call it. Go golfing. We'll go through the standings at the end. I mean, we've got 11 minutes to rescue it here. Smith up, and we'll take a corner. Yeah, it's true. And I still need to confirm that this is who the broadcaster is, because it's whoever it is. I should be without a job. Left-footed in-swinger from the far post. Do we get our first shot on goal in the 80th minute? Far post. No, we don't get a shot on goal. I mean, the result is it's 2-0. Just say Bailey. I don't want to. I want to be able to. I'm going to have to listen to somebody say his name over and over. I'm going to have to watch Jamaican CONCACAF matches that he's played in. Beetle, back underway. Can you call it a choke when nobody expected us to be up near the top of this table looking at playoffs as an option? I mean, you've got Brum, who's sitting there, even with the win, just ahead of Charlton and closer to relegation than promotion. So I don't know if it's fair to call that. Daz gonna go do his business and try to pull a win out from the bog. That sounds horrible as a sentence in combination. Trying to pull a win out from in the bog.
Yeah, don't pull anything in the bog.
Yeah, don't pull anything in the bog. Doyle flicks it on. Smith can't get to it, and Clara slaps it up into the air. Stansfield, Vicente trying to get fancy, gives it away. Smith has to come back on a bad pass and nobody to go for. Just nobody. Like Doyle, why stand back there? Go after it. Headed forward. And no red kid around to try and battle with that one. Doyle all the way back. That gets smashed off. If it goes out, it's for us. Smith heads it back. Thomason collects. And they step on each other's toes. That's a beautiful outcome. But it's amazing how he's not hurt as soon as you realize it was his teammate's boot. Broadhead, nice pass there. Broadhead, can we get our shot? Nope, because of a heavy first touch. And he'll get a goal kick on the double deflection.
Good pass by Thomason there.
We'll get a corner. Really?
Broadhead should have blasted it before he hard touched there.
Yeah, I know it will be no playoffs. I mean, score one here and maybe we've got some magic, but I mean, I don't even think a draw is enough. Headed and cleared out from Birmingham, and we'll go out and get it. I did say 10th. I would have preferred to have been wrong. Oh, that's a good shout from Cobra. I don't know the answer to that. Are we learning anything from this season? Hard for me to give a resounding yes. Does it have to be on the field lessons? Because I think if there's anything, Smith overran the ball. Can he get there still? Gets knocked over. Smith saying back pass. Was that a back pass?
I think so. I think you have to have more than just good wingbacks and a guy that's tall enough to head it in.
Do we have good wingbacks?
I know that's what the thought it was.
Yeah, okay. As far as on field, what can we go out and get?
Yeah, don't go and get 2 wingbacks and go up. Problem solved.
Problem solved. Yeah. I think off the pitch, I mean, the ability to have another season and another, the COP is building, the club has the academy improving and setting itself up. Hopefully, our CEO is no longer drinking water from a fire hose. And there's Dave, and that's what I was just kind of referencing about watching the Notts County match and how far we've come is, and for fans like me, we've been spoiled. I mean, the suffering that Wrexham has had to go through and the fact of reaching into the back pockets just how many years ago to save the club, to go back to back to back and then be in the discussion of playoffs to go up to the Prem. I mean, absolute asinine to anybody if you would have talked to them 5 years ago about this being the outcome. And so we rebuild. But I am with Bryn and with everybody else. There's a header and just misses Priscum on the near post on the cross in. I also absolutely accept that the lack of bite and the
Matt Al called it out. Macca goes, so did our heart.
Oh, I don't know about that. He's been gone for long enough.
There's certainly far more lackluster performances since he's left the team.
That'd be an interesting when the date that he left and the record before and after. And I think the difference is I think this is more just attrition bit us, and by the time people started coming back, it just wasn't there. But I'll take that on.
Yeah, we weren't losing because we didn't have enough quality on the pitch. We were losing because we didn't play hard often.
And so we're going to have at least 4 teams in the Prem next year on parachutes payments. I don't know. I think the others lose theirs. I'd have to go through and do the math, but
I don't know why that's a concern. I mean, yes, they'll be better. We can match anyone money wise. I'm not that doesn't concern me. We got to play well.
We're 30 million behind, man. What are you talking about? I mean, revenues can get us so far, but they can't get you 30 million quid.
I understand, but if we can buy enough quality to win, it's just getting it done. Right?
Sure, we can get into the mix. And good teams can fall apart. I mean, the fascinating thing about Southampton is they were evidence of that. Sheffield United's had an absolute abhorrent season with the quality that they should have. That might be one of the worst performances by a drop team in a while. I mean, Leicester City sure has to be into the mix on that one.
Also, definitely. If there ever is another draw, anybody, the fact that you can be part of Wrexham in the story and the documentary and the locker room. I don't know. It seems like a selling point for some people.
I just don't want Bradford City joining us next year. Unfortunately, they lost again. They'll still make the playoffs. Lincoln City, Cardiff City coming up. And then one of... Does Plymouth have the time to get in? 4 games left. I guess they're probably hoping. But Bradford City, Bolton, Stockport, Stevenage. So it could be fun with any really of those teams. Maybe not Stevenage, but Bradford City, Bolton, Stockport coming up to the championship next year would be really intriguing.
They're up 2-0. Do you really need to stall in the last 2 minutes? Like, is that just a kick in the balls or what?
It doesn't matter.
Yeah, but
I'd be worried about it if we were pressing. But like we've clearly called this.
I'm not worried about it. It just so, I wish someone would take it as an affront. Like Macca would go take someone's head off, right? Like you're gonna that's like going and stomping on someone's emblem. You know, like there's no need for it. It's like why are you wasting time? The game's over.
Yeah. So West Ham moves up. The Spurs could be coming down with Burnley and the Wolves. Tottenham does have a game in hand, but what's their run-in look like for Tottenham? Oh, that's a decider then, isn't it? Wolves, Tottenham. Maybe the Tottenham Leeds game too. Not the toughest run-in if you're a Spurs fan. Giveaway there. Thomason trying to do something. Keeler Dunn can't get it around the defender, and it's just thumped down the pitch. What are we saying? 3 minutes of added time? Thomason, Keeler Dunn. Oh, sorry, that's LOB. I saw the 7. Oh, kicked in the leg. I could hear that slap off the shin from here. Couldn't you hear the calf?
Good.
Nobody feels bad about that one?
Not at all.
It's a frustrating outcome.
+6.
Oh, make us suffer. Why?
Yeah, I know. The only time I wasn't calling for extra minutes.
I mean, 4 points back, 4 games left. Is it still technically live for us? Sure, but you're asking for. You need all 12 points, and you need help because you need to get 2 consecutive weeks of outcomes and points gained over your competition. I don't see that happening from both Middlesbrough and Hull City, and I would like to hope that I'm wrong, but Matt Al with the comment of the day. We're playing some nice football. Unfortunately, it's in our own half. Playing backwards sucks ass as it goes into the box, slapped and wide. Gray with the opportunity there. But since the loss to Chelsea, we looked good against Swansea, to be fair. But 2-1 loss at home to Hull, we looked like garbage and bunk. The 3-1 loss where we get blitzed by Watford. The comeback win against Sheffield United, 2-1. Windass in the 54th, Sam Smith in the 78th. You go through. What is this guy talking about? That they can have Birmingham can have a defining moment with their run-in. The fuck are you talking about?
He was definitely given some money to
get off of their crotch, man. They got matches up against Hull City and blah blah. They're with the win. Where are they right now?
They had 10 points behind us.
16th? My God. That is the most knob-gobbling broadcaster statement I've heard in any sport in my entire years that I've been following sport. Like, just absolute nonsense.
Yeah, they pulled within 8 of us, and we're in 7th place. Come on.
Congratulations. And with 4 matches left, an opportunity for a defining moment in the season. Fuck off. Like, we played like shit. We deserve to lose today. That's 100% correct. But let's not forget where Brum is here. All that money spent has earned them a bottom half of the table outcome at best. Mad really let you really like your 3 up front, eh? The comeback against West Brom and then blitzed by Southampton and Brum, but that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 matches of first half atrocity and never really getting a fire in the belly. And if we want to attribute that to Mac ahead and out, maybe, but to me, I didn't think that was an issue prior to. Two minutes for this one to be over. Then I got to figure out whether I go back to bed or not before everybody wakes up. He sounds like a Trump guy. Sorry, that's just a joke for everybody outside of the U.S. Come on. I'm just staring at the clock. So Stoke City at home next on Saturday, 7 a.m. start. Tuesday the 21st away at Oxford. And then we've got Coventry and Middlesbrough. Vicente in left foot because he sucks. I mean, Muffin Man.
Then he flops afterwards with no one near him.
Like the guy... Yeah, 3D back to bed. It's actually back to bed. It's all good. And that's the frustrating part, right? Me plus. It's been 7 matches with no bite. A successful season in any event, but not as successful as we were hoping. I think Notts County could destroy us with this form. We never started, Cobra. You can't go through a game of football here. Do I even have to refresh? Is this broken? I mean, we've gone 0.008 XG, and all of that was in our first. Oh, sorry, I misspoke. I thought that was all in our first half. 0.02 XG. We never had a shot on goal. Patrick says, I took the Maka comment as a leadership void with him gone. Who's the glue guy on this team now to help keep people accountable? I'd like to think we have enough veteran people that they can understand the appetite. Vicente up there with the smiles and the snuggle up to the officials after. Despite a goal of debauchery on the pitch for the man, I can't stand him, and I hope I never have to see him watching a game of football again. Play a game of football again. That was a poor effort. Frustrating. You go to the standings. 4 games left, 12 on the table for us, 15 for Southampton. I don't know when they make up their game. I didn't look, don't care, because I'm not watching them. The question is can we make up 4 points? And now we don't have the goal differential because we got blitzed by Southampton and Brum. Can we make up at least 4 points against Hull with 4 games remaining? Look, impossible? No. But Brum fans, you know where you are in the standings, man. There are no tears here. We've had an impeccable season, just not quite good enough, and we're going to come up empty. But we're a whole 8 spots ahead of you guys. Why would we be upset? We've got a better club than you, and we just didn't perform on the day, and it's been a frustrating 7 games. But season long, we're in a good spot, and we're building, and you guys have blown your wad. So I'm not. Wrexham's got good stuff. So what do I do now, Dave? Is it too early to start drinking? No, sir. Jason, partying after the Whitecaps. You know what? I'm not a Whitecaps fan. I would rather follow Vancouver FC out in Langley, but they've been fun to watch, and I have to give them credit for it. And watching Berhalter take over with Ahmed out, it's a different game. It's all offense. Nobody plays defense in the MLS, but there's some weapons out here. Darby's probably going to pass us. Yes. Norwich City won't. We're going to snuggle into 8th place at the end of this. And who in their right mind, if I said to you at the start of the season that we finished the season 8th, would have been like, that's an amazing outcome. I don't think anybody would. And if you would have said to opposing fans, Wrexham's going to be 8th at the end of the season, they would have all said there's no freaking way. And so we're good. And I should go back to my Google Sheets I did at the start of the year. I'm not going to be able to pull it up in time, but it's pretty rare. Sean, you and I are different. I'm not a Vancouver FC for many reasons. Whitecaps are fantastic to follow. Sorry. Oh, and I'm not saying it. Oh, Brendan, are you on mute?
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, and here it is, probably the most pithy statements that Brendan has had all season long, talking about the championship teams that came up last year. And so the promoted teams from League One were Portsmouth, Derby County, and Oxford United. And
someone landed in 9th or 10th.
Portsmouth finished 16th. Oxford United finished 17th.
And it's Derby.
And it was Derby?
Where were they?
Derby had a bad season last year because I remember talking to their 19th. It's pretty rare for a team to come up and perform as well as they did. The year before that, the teams that came up, and I wish I had my spreadsheet open, but I don't. Plymouth Argyle, Ipswich Town, and Sheffield Wednesday came up, promoted from League One. Plymouth Argyle finished 21st. Ipswich Town got promoted. So they came up and did the back-to-back at Sheffield Wednesday 20th. It's pretty rare. But look, frustrating day, yes. It's 6 o'clock in the morning, 9 o'clock in the morning, and we're still here living it, and we're going to be here all the way through it. The club and the storyline and the amazingness that are the people and community of Wrexham, as well as the journey that we've been on, all there on the pitch. Whether we want to blame the loss of Maka, and maybe it's Cody and Maka. Maybe when Maka left, Cody was able, even though not on the pitch, to help with the glue. Is it a locker room problem? Potentially. Is it a Parkey not being able to get him fired up for some reason and not being able to stir the drink with this core? Maybe. Is it just attrition and exhaustion? Potentially. Combination of all of it and other things? Maybe. But as Why Not says, great season, a lot of learning and growing pains to go through, and hopefully we can strengthen for the next season. The academy gets better. The club gets closer to finalization. The big thing for me is, and where the only concern I have is nothing to do with on the pitch. The only concern that I have is last season, the revenue only went up 24% with their promotion from League Two to League One, which says to me that the ceiling that we couldn't have fathomed or imagined was even close to being found after the promotion from the National League to League Two, that the ceiling is starting to be seen. And if that's, I was hoping for more lift there, because that carries us from a championship low prem team into even being better than that. I would love to see massive gains next year on social media. I haven't looked into that, and maybe that's something to look up in the off season.
But we had zero on the ticket sales was a huge hit. Like the lack of the ability on the fourth side of the pitch, like, well, when that comes in, when the cop comes in and then you sell all the boxes and all the experiences and stuff like that, the income to the team is going to jump significantly.
But where Wrexham's success is with it, is yes, on field and on pitch, and this isn't to mitigate from the fact that we've got the best fans in football and all of the stuff that goes on in Wrexham. But the difference between Wrexham and all of the other clubs outside of the Prem is its international investment. And I mean, by that, I mean from the fans. 52% of income for the club is from outside of the UK.
Yeah, they just
that's where the cap is.
They refuse to let Americans buy product. Oh, like you have to. They make it so difficult.
I didn't even
wait till the last second before they make anything available.
Yeah, I didn't buy kit this year.
Kit available when the season starts. They put it out in drips and drabs, so you can't order a bunch of stuff. You have to get penalized multiple times. They've screwed that up. They don't have large sizes. Americans are fat. How about fucking XLs for us? You know what I mean? Like, you can't get a keeper kit. They make it in only super tiny. Like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, their marketing for merch sucks.
I'm
only at the store. It's so frustrating. Like,
I have been, and to be fair, I put it away with my criticisms of Mr. Williamson. But yes, there is some consideration to be said that there has been a lot of money left on the table. But have those issues been what stopped new people from finding the club? Now, we just signed for 3 seasons on Welcome to Wrexham. But it'll be interesting to see now that we're going to settle in nicely for another season in the championship. What ends up happening. But yes, I think the academy's been slow. I think the COP development's been slow, although it's been pointed at the bureaucracy and not to anything that the club has done. The ticket sales, the kit experience, the communication with the local community, it's all been sort of challenging. We get to hopefully iron out all those kinks, but does that impact the new people coming in? I don't know. And that's the concern. Is I thought that there was still going to be lots of growth over the next 2 to 5 more years. And I feel like it's slowing down. And if I'm Rob and Ryan, I'm trying to find a way to light another fire. Can't even build a park. Yeah.
Yeah, but if they were to buy some players now and start to be one of the top 6 teams consistently through the whole season, there'd be a lot of momentum. If they were to make the Prem, like, that would be a super boost. You'd actually have 4 sides at that point. Hopefully you'd have developments elsewhere with the rest of the infrastructure that we're lacking. I mean, at that point, you'd expect another big jump in fans. So
maybe we have a members only workshop where at the end of the year and in the summer we can all get together and we can all air our grievances.
Mm-hmm.
Just sit and wax poetic amongst ourselves. Even the women's final game, only 1 stand was open, which they did sell it out at the end, right? Or at least I heard message that the tickets
was not sold out. That's bullshit.
I saw the social media post that said that all tickets available had been sold out.
Sure. So they took a bunch of tickets away.
Maybe. I was disappointed with to be fair, with the attendance for the women's match in such an important game historically. But at the same time, maybe I shouldn't be, because they still managed to get a record amount of attendance, and it takes some time. They lost over $6 million on that investment fund that tanked. I'd have to look that one up, John. I don't know that.
Yeah, I remember that the company that folded and took their money with them.
The company that folded and took their money with them.
Yeah. Yeah, it'll dawn on you when you see it.
Okay, I'll have to have a look. Final game and Dave, yes, 1,200 plus for the Rock, and there's room for that to grow and to do its thing, and the opportunity for European football. And I do hope, and I haven't heard any rumblings for this, I really do hope that they apply to host one of the mini tournaments for the women. But look, at the end of the day, the Wrexham story continues to be a success. It's a success. A significant portion of that success is because of the marketing capacity and the connection that has been made as a result of the documentary with the community and the football game and the spirit of Wrexham. The frustrating part as we sit out, and I think this is what we're putting our finger on the pulse of, is that the club could have done a better job off the pitch, I think, is what we're saying. To facilitate the burgeoning growth of the club. But at the same time, is it drinking from the fire hose and too much to expect? And I'm not putting this on the staffers that are there, by the way. There have been people who have worked extra time, overtime, and gone through. You hear some of the stories that have gone through everything to try and advance and do everything they can to deal with the constant changes and the upgrades. But and a lot of that goes away, extra seats, and it'll be interesting to see whether we fill those up and we're sold out at 99% capacity with the added 5,000 to 8,000 seats.
Sean, I guess as a fan, I was willing to cut them some slack on a bunch of different things. It just seems, though, that many of the biggest complaints from fans are not being addressed. They continually keep making the same mistakes, like the merch in its timeliness and its availability outside the the club shop, and the communication about what's going on, and all the projects that they spin up, and they don't appear to make any progress. They don't give you enough information, like, here's where we are with this, and we've run into this roadblock. Like, you just hear nothing about all the different projects, and there's too much of the same stuff over and over and over again that we're complaining about. You'd think that they would learn from those and address those. Like, the rest, like the on-field stuff, is ridiculously amazing, without a doubt. But how much of that is the owners, and how much is that is just parky, like, and good team chemistry, and the players themselves? Like, they've been killing it. Just about everything else has been suspect, other than marketing, so.
Yeah, it's, I don't know. I ran out, I received a fair amount of messages afterwards with respect to my criticism of Mr. Williamson, suggesting I stay in my own lane as a man has far more football experience than I have. But I still look and ask questions. It shouldn't be, and I love Matt Al and Matt L's here. The fact that international fans rely on locals like Matt Al to go and secure
updates
kit and updates and communication and knowledge and stat. Love Matt Al for it, and others who provide the same.
Yeah.
But well, absolutely. And maybe that is just UK sport, right? We attract lots of fans from all North Wales, and that's going to be the key, Des, going forward too, as far as the home games. But there's there's no
I
loyalty
didn't
program
mention
for
the
tickets.
tickets. There's lots that I didn't mention that
Yeah,
they've
the
consistently
tickets are,
done wrong. Mad Al, believe me, I know.
and the problem that I guess not the problem. The question I have for that is more. I think that those problems are generic to a number of teams in the UK, and I think that there's
They're all
almost this.
fixable, dude. The I follow
Yes,
issues.
but there's
I
a British
follow-
bliss with suffering, and I say this with the most loving regard for those in the UK. My wife being from England, and not to falter for that, but there's almost a bliss that is had in the UK with having to suffer and to expect not the best, and that the banter and everything that comes from that, I think, is a byproduct from that. Just get stuck in and tough upper lip type mentality. That, you know, things get too promotionally. Fireworks go off and you put in a big screen and it gets too glitz and glamour and game's gone, because it's all about our roots and it's all about that little bit of suffering. And I don't, this isn't for me, all of these problems that Wrexham has, this isn't about the growth of the club. This is about the maintaining of the fan base that is. The question that I have is, I think that the growth of the club is starting to stagnate. The question then turns, and why we're probably talking about this is the club management to the point that retention is going to decline.
Sure.
And
if we were looking at a chart right now, we've been going almost straight up. I mean,
yes,
that's not sustainable, right? So
agreed. But 24% growth is pretty piss poor, based on Wrexham's craziness.
Yes, but if we're going on anybody else that's just having a phenomenal time, it goes up, down, like a little bit of a, you come back a smidge, then you leap forward, then you come back a smidge, you leap forward, but you still keep going up. Like we went straight up, and because now we're not going straight up, you're complaining.
Yeah, no, I get it. It's fun to watch, and we're going to look back in these sorts of videos and thoughts that we've had and wonder what the hell is this the blip? Is this the new normal? Is this whatever? But I think at the end of the day, look, we've got problems on the pitch, and rank them in order. Where's the heart of the club right now? And I'm not saying heart of the club is in the fans. I'm saying on the pitch, who's going to the Maca, the leader that's going to pull those through. Do we need, and where do we need that additional talent? Kakache has been an absolute bust. Kabore, lots of people really love him. I'm not on. We need to get more pace in the back line because we just get blitzed. We've got our on-field problems. Off the pitch, the marketing's still working, but you look at what happens with the, like you said, the communication, the management of the locals, the access to kit and to revenues and the development of that, there's problems. And so all of these end up being things that in a season where we finish 10th that we can look at and try to improve on, but we'll take it and we'll move forward. And Mad, the positivity here, we get the new cop, the opportunity to meet the players pregame will be lost. Oh man, that sucks. I thought, well, I guess, yeah, you're right. I never thought about that. So the Yale stand, the logger stand where they go in now off the parking lot, you could sit there and you could all line up. It's where I met in person Mad Al for the first time. Was in that lineup with him and at least one of your daughters. But anyways, yeah, I never thought the new cop, you're going to that opportunity. Is it going to be missed, or is it just going to be you're going to have to stand over by the stadium?
No, they still have to park in the same spot. It's like they'll have to walk through the logger on their way over, or they'll walk around the logger to get over there. So I don't think so. I think they still park in the same spot because they refuse to address parking at any quick pace. So
yeah, and Dave with the defense there, and Kabore's defense, how many times did he have nobody moving forward to pass to? Sure, but Kabore's repertoire, at least today, he's done it in the past. I just read mushy peas and got confused. Didn't drive towards the goal at all, and usually he's been doing that. Wagner had his number. As far as defensively, that was the tightest that Kabore has been defended all year long.
I would imagine out of all the people, I mean, his contract's up, right? It's a 1 year a loan deal. So I would imagine
he's looking for a home.
Like,
We're not.
Let's just say, let's not even make him the scapegoat, because he's not, right? It's like you have to change some stuff up with the team if you expect to like refresh it and get it playing differently. So you'd expect that position gets changed out, because it's easy enough. No long-term contract. You're gone, bring in someone else.
So in the Cobra, overall, we've done well. There's certainly a long way to go, but having professional people in every part of the club and all aspects is required, from Wrexham fan shop to management on pitch. And to me, I'm not blaming Wrexham fan shop. To me, this all stops with Williamson. Sorry. It does. I just don't. There hasn't been he's been there now for how many years? Is it a year and a half? When was he hired? Is it just his first? May 18th, 2024. So he's coming up on his 2-year anniversary. And not impressed. Not impressed with the communication. Not impressed with he's a politician. Like the BS that comes out of his mouth.
Yeah, he's a handshaker.
He's a handshake. Look at all the amazing things I've done, and here's where all the plan is. And he's a great talker. He's not a good doer. And that's unfortunate. And we'll see where things go. Do I blame the on-pitch issues to him? Absolutely not. Do I look at
but
the 24%?
Don't give him credit either.
No. I didn't buy kit this year.
Neither did I. They
Right?
it up so much.
It's not worth the hassle. And so, it took a year off. I might buy the 50% when they go on sale, so that I've got at least one in the back pocket for the season. And that was sort of a silent protest as to Williamson, and to the does it cost to get over to stuff anyway. That has to be picked up, because I think there's going to be a kick in the pants next season on the back end, because I know of other people who have done the same. And that's management not facilitating love of club, and that should never happen. And we get to talk about it. Why sell away kit and not wear it? That annoys me. For sure. Thoughts of status of Parky's rolling contract over summer break. Parky's earned the right to come back, and Rob and Ryan will never let him go. To go back to back, and then to earn an 8th, 9th, 10th spot in the championship. He's going to get another run at it. He deserves another run at it. I just can't see them moving on from him anytime soon. Have Wrexham got training facilities yet? Culver's just, we were trying to move on and wrap this up, and now you want to open up another cover of fish?
Well, let's save some of that. If we feel like we're out of the championship, we have plenty to talk about for the run in. We've been negative enough after this loss. So.
Yeah. Bitterness abounds. People are watching. Sunderland, Tottenham trying to get out of the basement. We'll see what ends up happening. We'll never let him go is my feeling as well. There will come a time, and it may be Parky driven. But the man is, he didn't get the key to the city, but whatever the equivalent was for the county borough.
All right, we got to save that. We got to save something.
Oh, he's at the Fearless in Devotion thing this week. I recorded the one from last week, and I prepped the whole thing and was going to have a rip, and then messages coming in. I ended up curbing it. It's something to talk about. We'll leave it.
I have a hard time watching
Williams. I can't listen to him. And the reality is when your CEO is turning fans away because he's just don't like the man. Sorry,
but Fearless and I didn't see it yet, but I would bet they were way too nice on him. I bet they didn't. That was I was critical, and I took shots for being critical of the politeness of the responses, and was told that essentially I shouldn't stay in my lane. And so that was I'm an American.
Since that point,
complaining's my lane.
Complaining's your lane. Well, we'll have opportunity to do that. And maybe we just take the run. I'll watch the Fearless in Devotion thing. I love the guys in Fearless in Devotion, and I love the work that they do. I love the guys, Rob, Ryan, Red. Welsh Techie has been amazing. It is the easiest way to get involved with the club is to follow the podcast, and everybody should go and follow all of them for what they provide. because the league, or the team, I don't think does a good enough job, although it has been improved with That's Wrexham podcast. But updates not frequent enough, and getting the full story, it feels like you're constantly walking in the void, and we'll see what ends up happening. Colliers will expand for short-term. Williamson's biggest failure this far, no long-term training facilities solutions. Yeah, but the man's a builder. Look at all the amazing things he's done. Anyway, we'll leave that alone. It's time for me to sign off.
Let's wrap this up.
We'll wrap it up. We'll go home. Enjoy the remainder of the day, and you're back to work, as we only have 24 hours to get back into the real world. We'll see you guys next Saturday. I can't even remember who we have. Does it even matter? No.
Yes,
don't care. We'll see you there. Have a good one. Talk to you guys later. Enjoy.